Okay, thank you. Hi. Enormous crowd here. So shall I speak English, I think, for the, yeah, or... Var latviski? Visi mani saprot? Yeah, okay, so suffer you will. Okay, so let me introduce myself a little bit. I'm Juris Trošins and I work for DBA Competence Center. Couple words for what we do. Basically, we are Oracle consultants and our main goal is to provide Oracle outsourcing services, consultations, and also software, hardware, training, selling, and stuff like that. So basically, what customers trust us, thank them for trusting us. It's mainly Latvia, and we are trying to expand to Europe. And what do I do? Yeah, well, I'm with Oracle technology more than I'm with my wife. And basically, this is all I can. For now, I train also and speak at different events in my free time. I try to shoot some non-physical targets and hit some physical targets with Sabre and stuff like that. This keeps me calm after Oracle patching sessions. So, my presentation will contain some motivational stuff, because it's kind of cool nowadays, and just a little bit of technical information, just not to keep you bored. So, we are talking about patching and about security, and patching mostly is treated as a remedy for security threats, right? Right. So, existential questions. Do we need patching, and do we need to care about security, especially if we are pretty sure that, oh, who cares about our information? Our information is pretty much secure because it's behind the firewalls. We are secured our applications and divided into different tiers, and backends are secured, and if we are patch them, we will need downtime. If we will patch them, we will break something. Better not do it, right? I won't answer right. So basically, these are the questions often administrators and their managers ask them, but there is many buts in these answers. Because what happens if we do not patch our software? Every decent software has patch advisories, vulnerabilities advisories, which are divided in different patch advisories. And so does Oracle products also have patch advisories, which are published every quarter. And there are many products and many vulnerabilities and many patches which addresses them. So if we know vulnerabilities which exist in the particular software, and these are published as a CVE. So some of them we can Google even. Some exploits are published, some are not, because what is the source? What is the source of this information? How do people exploit some vulnerabilities in products? Well, it's a development team who is constantly testing and exploiting new bugs in their own software, and there are obviously some external users who use the product and accidentally come across some vulnerabilities which are then reported to the vendor, and vendor addresses them. So if list of exploits is published, almost anybody can use this information to their advantage. Yeah, some of this information is hardly available, but some is accessible over the internet, and we can use these exploits to exploit some vulnerabilities in Oracle programs. Each such advisory has CVSS base score, and here we can find information about what these vulnerabilities are about. For instance, this one is in a particular Oracle codebase, in Oracle Spatial, which has which is quite high because it does not need any package on privilege requirements. So we can we can exploit this vulnerability without having access to the Oracle database, for instance. Yeah, and this is this affects multiple protocols. It's on a network. Attack complexity is low, so this is pretty much high score vulnerability. So, taking into account all this information accessibility, I think it's obvious answer to question whether do we need to patch our products. Yeah, probably we need to apply at least some security patches to the product, and this is the motivational part. Yeah, well, just do it. Sorry? No. This is Shia LaBeouf. I think this is already famous internet meme after his motivational speech. You can probably Google it. So, no, this is not me. I'm not so charismatic as he is. So, basically, if you really skip common sense and all that I said about the necessity of application of security patches to your Oracle products. So at least you have this one requirements. And this relates to many customers who work with banking, with payment card industry, and et cetera, et cetera. They are forced to patch their products to at least certain freshness of security patching to comply to various industry security standards. It's as simple as that. Yeah, if you run cards application on your database, you must apply at least recent security updates. After, if I correctly remember, like 2 weeks or within 1 month after the publishing of the security update. So you have to patch your Oracle software. So where to start? You may ask. If you are Oracle DBA or team lead, where do you start? You obviously have to subscribe to advisory. Here is little how to do this. You basically go to otnoracle.com, you create your account, and you subscribe in your account notification preferences to security advisories. Then you will get spam in your mailbox. Please do create filter not to send this to the junk instantly, because kind of useful. And what you can find there is links to the security advisories to various programs. Yeah, this is an enormously long list. This is cut to just what I have interest in. Basically, you can narrow down to the area of your interest using this advisory document. And then what I'm interested in database, for instance, then I will be pointed out to the Metalink or My Oracle Support document, which will describe components and patches, their numbers, and links to the downloads. So basically, it's not enough to have just OTN account. It's good to have, it's necessary to have also My Oracle support account to be able to download all the necessary patches. Okay. And then comes technical part. What are the patches that you will need? There is many options, which basically depend on versions of the database or particular product that you manage. Now, as Oracle comes to cloud and new releases are out, like 12C, C stands for cloud, 18C this year, 19C next year, Oracle changes their patch, not a schedule, but patch types. Because depending on version, we had different kind of patches. From 10th through 11, we had particular type of patch, which was SPU, Security Patch Update, which addressed only security bug fixes. Then we had PSU, Patch Set Update, which included SPU and also bug fixes for most popular bugs, which were discovered in Oracle products. Then, in 12, we just been left with PSU, which then in 12C and 18C and so on, they are narrowed to just updates. This was done basically to ease choice burden, which we had by choosing what patch type to choose. Because if we initially chosen like security patch path, or patch set update path, we couldn't switch between them. If we firstly applied PSU, then we needed to stay with this PSU strategy. We couldn't apply this quarter PSU, next quarter SPU. So basically with 12, we are left with just one patch type, and these proactive patches, as they call them, may be bundled in different sets. They can be single patch set updates. Patch set update consists of many little patches, and patch set updates can be bundled in combo patches, in bundle patches, but basically these are just types to optimize patch application. For instance, bundle patches may contain like database patch set, Java patch set. Combo patches could consist of grid infrastructure patches, database patches, Java patches. And now in 12C second release and 18C and 19C, we will have just an updates, which are RU, release updates, and RUR, release update revisions. Oracle also changed the numbering of their release versions, but this is not very much related to the security patching. So now basically we are left with updates and update revisions. What are update revisions? They are revisions of the updates, right? If we have base release, which is 18, then updates is the second number. For instance, 18.2 is second update, 18.3 third update, 4 is fourth update, and at the same quarter as next update, they are releasing update revisions, which is basically a revision of previous updates. Like 18.2.1 is a revision of 18.2 update, which consists of additional bug fixes for the previous update. And 18.3 consists of all the updates which are contained into 18.2.1 plus many more additional bug fixes. So basically now release updates and update revisions are the recommended way how to patch your Oracle database product, because they consist of security bug fixes and also different bug fixes which fixes program application errors, and also may introduce some new features. How these patches are applied? First, yeah, you must read the README, and you are recommended, and mostly you must use also the most recent OPatch version, because OPatch is the program with which you are applying all your patches to your database product. And if you have single update or update revision, you apply it just with OPatch apply. If you have combo or if you have patch bundle, you may use patch automation, or you can apply individual patches from this combo or bundle with OPatch apply, which is pretty easy. But there comes all these questions you asked recently about downtime, right? Patches imply downtime. Yeah, you cannot apply patches to single installation without downtime. You have to down all your instances from the particular Oracle home and then patch and then bring up the databases. Yeah, what if patch may break something, execution plans or some functionality? Recently, PSUs are declared free of changes to the execution plans. But, sorry. But now, release update may introduce changes to the execution plans, but these changes will come as disabled. Patch will introduce new errors or new features. Yeah, it may happen. These are patches. Yeah, see this one, Grumpy Cat. He's right, basically. Patching is extra work. Yeah, the more databases you have, the more actions you will need to perform, but different patch automation solutions can help you with that. For instance, some enterprise manager configuration management features can help you with that. So, but we can address some of these points. How can you reduce the downtime during patches? If you have mission critical database, it's almost must have some high availability solution. Real application cluster or data guard or some replication software like Streams or Golden Gate. Release update revisions, PSUs, are real application cluster rolling applicable. So basically you down one node, patch it, bring it up, and then proceed with all next nodes in the cluster. Thus you can reduce the downtime because remaining nodes are serving your customers. Many patches are standby first applicable. if you have a single database with the data guard configuration with standby, you patch first your standby database, then switch over, apply data patch, then patch your old primary database. In this way, you can reduce downtime. Not eliminate it, but reduce. You can fiddle with your Oracle home provisioning using your own solutions, automation, or the same enterprise manager features. Or different single patches can be hot applied. They are like online patches. This means that they are added to the Oracle executable as dynamic libraries. But these patches are pretty rare. Oracle Java. This is another story which is quite painful to the database administrators who are not using Java in their databases, but they are forced to apply Oracle JVM updates because it's mandatory updates. They are separate, and before 18C, basically before 12.2, they introduced additional downtime necessary to apply Oracle JVM patches. But with 12.2 and with 18 and 19, they will ease requirements of application for the Oracle JVM patches. Because you could, depending on your Java usage in the database, you can apply Java patches without startup upgrade, but you can apply these Java patches with open database. And another case which I mentioned, that release update starting with 12.1, I think, yeah, it's April 18 update, they may introduce new features to the optimizer. Why this is bad? Because you can change execution plans of your SQL statements, and all your database can just stale. Well, this is the worst case scenario, but this is a case which is which everybody is afraid of, me at least. So, yes, release updates can introduce such changes to the optimizer, but it comes in installed but disabled mode. Such fixes are disabled initially, and we can enable them separately as they become useful to us. For instance, if we hit some bug with some optimizer behavior, and we are expecting this bug to be fixed in next release update, we apply this release update, it comes disabled, and we enable this particular patch, and and it stays enabled during all subsequent patch updates, all future updates. We can manage this behavior with new package DBMS Optim bundle. We can switch these fixes on and off as we need. Yeah, and as a conclusion, what can I recommend? Yes, you need to apply security patches to your Oracle products. Just read advisories and CVE reports, and read the README. It's not that hard to apply these patches. Yeah, thank you. I think I did it in time. And this, I think, is the last presentation of the... Yes, okay. So...
if there are any answers from the audience for technical details as well, we have plenty of time, so feel free. The only thing
5 minutes.
Yes, hello. What should we do in case of the patch has been applied to the test system? It's clear that fully to test how the system will behave the test system, how it behaves after patch has been applied, is not possible because, well, normally users are not working there on a daily basis, like in a production system.
Yeah.
And then you think, okay, seems to be okay. Then you tell DBA, you can apply patch to the production system. And then on a daily basis, I started to work and you realize there is a problem. Can you roll back or?
Basically, you walk into the DBA's room and said, "Did you apply recent patch?" And he says, "Yes." Next. Yeah, but basically Oracle has different tools to assess this. We have a skill performance analyzer, which you can run into in the test system. You apply patch and run this performance analyzer, which is pretty much like horse in the vacuum, like what was it, like spherical horse in vacuum, yeah. But it won't give you real representation of your system application behavior after the patch application. Then you have RAT, not the mouse, but real application testing. You patch your system, you capture your workload from the production, you apply this workload in your testing system. This could give you a small insight to how your system will behave with captured workload in the patched system. But is these actions really necessary? Because Oracle tests their patches. We should trust them. Yeah, but what we should test is application behavior. What is application? It is a series of sequels which have their own execution plans, how they behave in the Oracle instance. And these patches, even the last one, which contain these updates, these changes to the optimizer, they do not influence this optimizer by default. They shouldn't. If they do, so go back to Oracle, file the service request and say, basically what we have to do, we have to test patch application process in the test, because there must be different things that may break your system. For rendering your Oracle home unusable, or inventory or something like that. You should test it. You should test the patch application. And yeah, if you have the resources, if you have time, you should also give patched system to the testers so they can test. But this implies that they must have test plan, they must have testing tools, they must have baselines, they must have some checklists how to say, yeah, this system is okay, or this system is not okay. If not okay, then why? But from my experience, this is mostly like, okay, we patched the system, we gave this for a week to the developers. They said, okay, thank you. They proceeded with their tasks, and then when, hey, did you test our system? Yeah, okay, it's okay. Yeah. So, but it depends on attitude of. In real life, it works, but very rarely. Yeah. But what I recommend is to test patch application process, not the patch database. Yeah, it's useful sometimes, but the patch application process testing is absolutely necessary. Any more questions? I will be around for some time.
Or start the database or do the update on the application level side, then some execution files really got changed, and then you see that, okay, on test it's not working, on production it's working. And then DBA says, oh yeah, I see that execution plan differs, but the query itself the same.
Yeah.
Then, but with the new one, is understood it's not touching them.
Yes. Execution plans change, but mostly not because of patches. Because, yeah, we have patches to the optimizer, but they are individual one-off patches. They are not included in PSUs. If you meet some bug in the optimizer, yeah, there are. You can find it in MOS and download it and apply it, and, or you can request it specifically. But plans change due to 100,000 reasons. Like you restart database, you will have your plans changed without any patches because of data, because of usage, because of structures, because of application developers. 100 and 500 reasons, yeah, but.
I understand that's right. What the behavior is that there will be no significant changes to optimizer behavior, which doesn't exclude changes to whatever else in database, what can result in the change. That's always
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but not to optimizer. Optimizer is separate piece of code. Yes.
optimizer never evaluates every possible plan, only evaluates the first few thousands of the plans. It may suddenly start achieving a different result than it would.
If it's really small as SQL, yeah, it could be so.
If that SQL isn't tiny, but it's like several pages.
Yeah. If you have tiny SQL, it probably will test every plan. But yeah, if you want your optimizer changed, then some changes usually come in the releases, major releases, like first number. But they shouldn't be significant changes into optimizers. But yeah, so as an example to the optimizer, obviously it's like 12.101 and 12.102. In 12.102 was in-memory database introduced, and it wasn't major release. Yeah, so it was like a new feature, like major feature. So yeah, read the digest as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Juris.